Gentlemen, Chris Bassett here, and I'm playing a little Final Fantasy XI on private server CatseyeXI, buddy! Okay, in this video today, fellas, I'll be going over some beginner cleave locations. Cleaving, basically, can be done on multiple jobs. I'm going to highlight the warrior cleave here, and it'll be beginner friendly, so if you don't have the best gear, maxed out stuff, right, for merit camps, these several locations are going to be good if you have a few prerequisites. So you are going to need to get at least into 302 Great Axe skill. So if you're looking at your combat skills, you'll need to hit at least, on the Great Axe, 300 to gain access to the weapon skill Fell Cleave. So there's a couple ways to go about it. The easiest ways would be to merit. Right, merit your skill. Right, go to Great Axe, get that all the way up, A to 8. So that's once your skill's capped. There's an additional 8 there, and then probably the two pieces that are easiest to get are arguably this axe from Domain Invasion. So look up on the wiki how to do Domain Invasion. Pretty simple, but you go in there and this drops from the. Is it the lion? It drops from one of the monsters in there. Everything's free lot, so just lot on it. You get lucky, you get that. The Fortitude Torque. So once you get access to C, you can fight the Jailer of Justice. Fortitude. I got a video on the channel showing how to solo this. But you can take some friends in there and get some luck there. Make sure you bring keys, because it will drop a chest. So you get an additional chance to earn the torque from the monster as well as the chest that it drops. Chest is personal loot, so you need the keys for that. A couple other ways to get it. On boots, if you do get a good augment on the boots, you can get the Hecatomb leggings, and once you learn the augment system, you can augment Great Axe skill. So that's another way to get some axe skill on your gear. Those are pretty nice. The final part would probably be on the hands. I think the Phantasmal hands. You can augment that and get some Great Axe skill on that as well. Keep in mind all this information's on the wiki. So just come on over to, click your launcher, click it, and then this face, this face takes you over to the Cat's Eye specific wiki, where there's lots of reading. We all love to read. So you can check out the augment systems here for all the different pieces. Okay, what's next? Okay, so now you got some gear. You're going to want to stack vitality, minus damage taken gear. So anything that has, like I said, my gear's decent. So if you're a beginner, this is a beginner guide. Try to stack as much defense, hit points, vitality. So anything with vitality gear on it, or damage taken, vitality, evasion. These monsters are going to check as easy prey. So evasion actually does help out quite a bit here. That's more vitality. There's some evasion, vitality, high defense gear. So that's basically the what you're wanting to stack. So when you actually do the weapon skill, though, the weapon skill is a strength modifier. So your Fell Cleave will show up. It's a strength modifier. So make sure you have 2 sets of gear. You have like a defensive set and then an offensive set. So your weapon skill set would be packed full of strength. Strength, buddy. You gotta get that strength. Strength. Oh, where's it at? So there it is. Okay, equip it. So yeah, strength set just has some strength gear, obviously. Thanks, Chris. But we do have to keep the torque on, so we keep the skill up. So, strength, 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 strength. I got plus 86 strength, 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 strength. Okay. So those will be your 2 sets. And then obviously if you're making a macro, right, you can have one that says something like a defense setup, and then the other one is like Fell Cleave, right? And then I have equip sets. So my attack set, and then my defense set. Let's see, what else is there? I'm thinking, yeah. So you know, if you're playing on with a Lua setup or something, you won't even look at any of this. But I'm playing old school, baby. Okay, so let's check out the camps. There's several camps to choose from. If you do this quest right here, I'm in Lower Juno. You can grab the EXP guide book. I think it's called Up and Away, or Near-Death Experience, or whoops, faulty information. Thanks, dickhead. Okay, I apologize. Let me see. So I think there is a quest, custom quests. Hold on, I'm looking. Content quests right here. So you go here and scroll through here until you see the custom Juno quest. Should say something like unlocks the EXP guide in Lower Juno, and I think you have to be so far into Chains of Promathia, because then you got to go to like Mizrik's Coast and kill something. It's in here though. I just don't. Okay, way to go, Chris. You're an asshole. It's in there. You just gotta read it. Reading. Okay, so for the first location, I'll be making some cuts and skipping around. I think some of the camps are busy. So, you know, once you get access to the guide, you could run here anyway, right? You could run to these locations, but I'm just going to take the guide. So the first one I'll highlight will be Crawler's Nest. Whee! Zappa-da-ba-ba-da-wee! And we're going to make use of the Records of Eminence, as well as the book. So the Grounds of Valor books have pages, so you can target certain mobs. You also get Records of Eminence quests. So like for Crawler's Nest, we're going to be fighting bugs. So if you get that special quest that says kill vermin or whatever, like right now it's vanquish beasts. If it says vermin, that would be bugs. So you come here during bug time. But you want to set, you know, your crystals. So we're going to be fighting flies and fungus. So I think that is wind and dark crystals. So make sure you set those under your quests, as well as Crawler's Nest conflict. Every 10 we kill, get some EXP boosts. And then since we're fighting like mushrooms, you can put spoils, some of the spoils in there. Okay, but then you talk to the book. I think it's all the way at the bottom. So there may be potentially 2 camps down here. So I think we could kill crawlers and bees on one, and then the other one is individual training. So number 8. Number 8! Dancing jewels and funguses. So that's flies and fungus. Okay, let's head down there. So it's in the basement. I may speed up the video real fast. We'll make it like 2x speed. That way we don't have to run all the way down there. Go! Okay, so I'm approaching the basement. Wow, that was fast. Oh my god, okay. So make sure once you have your stuff, the Fell Cleave won't work if you have a grip on, so you need to unequip and re-equip your grip after zoning. This will allow the weapon skill to show up in the list. And then we're going to call in some trusts, right? The big one's going to be Koru, because he will put Phalanx 2 on you. Phalanx 2 is super critical for damage mitigation. I like Koopy because she has status effect removal. Poisana, Sleepga, or whatever, I don't know. And then some extra healers. You could potentially throw some other members in here to leech off EXP. And then Koopafried, so we're going to get extra EXP. He provides XP bonus. Make sure you use your EXP rings, all your headpieces or whatever. Okay. And then we are going to pop Retaliation. And then just going to go around. We're going to run a big circle. So since we're focused on funguses, we'll grab this fungus. And then they will all aggro. And then we're going to take the fly. So now, anytime we run by a fungus or a fly, we'll get it'll link to us. They all link. The crawlers aggro, so we don't need to really mess with those. I mean, you can grab them for extra experience points, but I'll caution you because after you make a full loop, you're going to have like 80 mobs on you. So, good luck with your frame rate. It's gonna be gross. So I recommend just going for the fungus and the flies. If you get crawlers, that's cool too. We're gonna run a big loop around the arena. You can see that, you know, I got Protect and Phalanx 2 on. So now, I may speed this part up as I run a loop, just because I'm just gonna basically run in a big circle, right? If you look at the map, it's a big circle, right? We started like here, so we're just gonna loop around, grab all the mobs, and end up back at that location. So, okay, yeah, I'm gonna speed up the video, and I'll see you in a second. Go! Okay, here we are. We're back to the beginning. Gonna turn. I'll wait for that guy to get over here, and then we'll cleave everybody. Get over here! All right. This is gross. Look at my frame rate. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just gonna kill everything and watch the EXP flow in. It's a heavy flow day. I read the short bus. I'm sorry. Water, what are you doing? The numbers! The numbers, Mason. You can see with retaliation, you know, I'm getting EXP, or I'm getting TP so fast. We can just spam the weapon skills. But this is a good way to earn experience points, merit points. So if you're trying to earn some merits or dragon slaying pops or something. And dead. Kaya. Alright. There you go, boys. Pretty simple. So that's the first one. This one's nice. Gonna park it here, and we'll warp back to Juno, and then we'll go to the second place. So I'll see you there. Okay, hiya, back to Juno. Here's the book. Let's go over to the Labyrinth of Onzozo. So if you have, if you don't have the book, you can just run over there. But the book will give you a teleport right there. So we'll take the higher tiered, the 60 to 69, warp over there. And we're going to be fighting squids. Sushi. Squids and goblins. So it'll warp you right over here to the middle of the map. I think we're just to the west? The west of, let's see. OSE, yeah. So there's OSE's pop like here. So we're going to be farming this right down here. There's a book like here. So you grab, I think it is number 3 or 4. It says, well, we'll just grab it. And then we just grab this whole room. Goblins can be annoying. So this camp can be a little finicky because the goblins have, they have ranged attacks. So they won't actually, like, get close. So you gotta be mindful of them. Okay, so we'll do... whoops. Let's grab individual training. And it would be... Is it number 4? Yes, number 4. So Sea Monk and Goblin. That'll be the one you want. And then do like before, we'll call in the trusts. Right, I think you probably could just get away with like 2. So you have like 3 open spots if you wanted. I'm just filling them in because... Birds! So this would be a good time to go kill some birds, looks like. There's a few good bird camps right outside Mizzrik's Coast and then in Treasures. But I'm not doing that right now. Thank you! Okay, so once we get everybody in, unequip my grip, re-equip my grip. Okay, there we go. And then you just pull this whole room over here. I think the squids aggro. So they'll get aggro to you. And then I think we'll smack this goblin. So you do need to engage an enemy so the trusts will buff and stuff. They will buff and stuff. And we want Phalanx. And Protect, obviously. There he goes. Koromoru starts casting Phalanx 2. Okay, once you see the little white shield icon, you gotta kind of like run in front of the goblins. They're line of sight. The squids are just sound. So if you just get close to a squid, it'll aggro you. You can just pull the whole room. Wee! Zappa-da-ba-ba-da-wee! So, goblin, hello. There you go. And he'll shoot arrows. So, yeah, some of the ranged goblins you need to kind of watch. They'll stay back, out of the way. You can grab these scorpions if you want. They don't aggro, so you have to, like, manually smack them. I do have a provoke macro. I can provoke it. Get over here. So we're grabbing everything. Hiya! Okay, once we got everything, this seems like this place was one of the lower tiered. It earns about 10k per pull, but everything's like level 55. So if you're like a fresh beginner, you just hit level 75 and you have enough skill to do this. This would be a good starter location because everything's like barely easy prey. Okay, once they're all lined up, I see this straggler back here, so I'm going to get close to him. That way he'll get caught in the AoE. There we go. A murder! We'll just cleave everybody. Kapow! I may want to drop some of my evasion gear. They're not hitting me. So in order for retaliation to work, you actually need to be, like, hit. Okay, and one more should do it. So yeah, this one's nice. Like I said, it's a nice beginner camp. It's not too difficult on the pulling or anything. And I think you can make a little bit of gil from the goblins have stuff that drops in NPCs, and then the mana skins. So you can make a little bit of gil while you're doing this. There we go, dead. Okay. Alright, we'll warp back to Juno, and we'll go to the third camp. Hiya! Alright, nice. So this next camp doesn't actually have a fast warp, so we're going to take the book. So I'm going to warp over to Dunes, and then I'm just going to take the guidebook, and we're going to Kofall Tunnel. So everybody knows what that camp is. Crabs and lizards. Yeah, buddy. I'm loading. So yeah, if you don't have access to this, I think you can get to Kofall from the Volbo. Let's see on the map. Whoops, region info. So it's like over here. Yeah, there. So it's in between Kuzats and Volbo. So you could run through Gustaberg to like the desert, and then west Altepa, and then north. Go north and you go to the tunnel. There it is. Okay. But I got the book, so I'm warping over there. Ha 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 ha. Whoops, wrong book. Alright, let me see here. Teleportation assistance. I need a ton of assistance. Please help me. Nope, not original release. Zazalia, Corlica, Kofall. There it is. Okay. I'm doing it, Johnny. And then for this one, you'll be grabbing the book that says Crabs and Lizards. You can set, obviously, Kofall Tunnel location. Just like previously at Labyrinth, you set Labyrinth as your quest. You can grab, so lizards drop fire crystals and crabs drop water. You can put in your spoils, you can put lizard skin, and then the area. And then for the tomb, Which one is it? Is it 2? No, it is... Is it 1? Number 1! It is, there it is. 3 crabs, 3 lizards. Go. Go, go, Geo. Okay, so we're gonna run down there. This easier level, cleaving, you can use whatever sub-job you like, so I'm just using Dancer for utility. Trusts are going to do the heavy lifting. If we were actually fighting, like, merit-worthy mobs, you may want to slash Monk or slash Paladin. Okay, so I'm running. So, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could pull all these crabs up here, and you could pull all these crabs and run towards this main area. I'm just going to stick to the bottom here and just run little loops. But it is this location on the map, and there's Cape Terrigan, and we came from the other section, but it's this area right here. We're just running this loop over here and grabbing like 20 or 30 mobs. So the safe spot is up on this little hill. If you need a breather or a break, you just park your dude. Hey, like this guy, just park your dude right there. I usually park him here, but we'll call in the trusts. Here we go. I do really recommend Koopy for this one because the lizards can stone you to death. What? They have petrify eyes or something. They look through your own eyes. So Stona's useful, and then we'll get some EXP in here and some other stuff. Okay. All right, let me unequip and re-equip my grip. Hiya. Okay, there we go. Okay, I usually start off by whacking a lizard because they won't link unless you smack them, and then the crabs aggro to sound. So we can just start running, and we're picking up all the lizards, all the crabs. I missed protect. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. I don't have phalanx either. Fail. I'm failing so hard right now. There's phalanx. Nice. So we're just running a loop around here. So sometimes Amit, the lizard with the Amit mantle, +1 guy, he'll spawn down here. I've killed him several times. Or that big dragon, Gwyver or White Gwyver or whatever, he'll spawn down here. So be ready. If he comes running through here, you may have to fight him. So other than that, we're just grabbing everything. Touch my lizard! I have crabs. Okay, it's time for me to go to bed. Alright, so we're just grabbing all this stuff. Stuff, pal. And then I like to park it here. And here they come. And cleavage! Look at my cleavage! And this seems like this nets me between 10 and 20k per pull. So this one's alright. It's probably like a mid-tier. Hey, what's that guy doing? So the Fell Cleave is like a conal AoE, so it like comes out in front of you like in a cone shape. So reposition your character if you need to. Kapow! As you can see, EXP, baby! Hiya! Ka-chow! And then once we finish this up, I think the other several camps are all in the tree. So we'll head over to Boyahda Tree. Is there 3 or 4 in there? So that zone crashes quite a bit. If you have everybody pulling everything in the tree, the zone will crash, so it can be annoying. Is this last lizard gonna die? What was I must have missed him. He didn't die at the same time. But generally speaking, right, they should all die about the same time, and then repops take a minute or 2. There we go. So So then you just wait for repops. Just like in every other area, you just wait for repops and then continue pulling. Okay, so let's warp back to town, and then we'll head over to the tree. Wee-woo! Okay, nice. Back to Junis. Alright, I'm gonna take the crystals. So the Boyahda Tree is over yonder. It's in the Lil Taylor. Little Taylor! It says Sanctuary of Zeta, and then the Boyahda Tree. So make your way over that direction. I have the crystal, so I'm just going to warp right to the top floor. Take it to the top! From the top rope. And then we'll go over to the book. And there's, like I said, there's several camps in here. Little Taylor. Boyahda Tree. I'm a tree people! Okay, let's head over here. So yeah, you may need, if you're a different job, you know, bring some oils. Everything aggro's sound. So I'm just gonna sneak. Very, very sneaky, sir. I'm gonna jig it. Will Smith getting jiggy with it. Na 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 na. So we are on the top floor. If you did run in here, you'll be at the bottom floor. Thank you, Captain Obvious. So here I'm at the top, right near the cloister. So there's a book right over here. So we're just gonna loop over here, grab the book. That'll depend on which camp you're going to, which page you pick. And then obviously set the records of eminence for whatever you're fighting. I think crabs are water crystals, fungus is dark crystal. What else? Spiders are. Why am I still invisible? Spiders are earth crystals. So set your records of eminence. Okay, so you have individual training. The first page. So if we're focused on death caps and spiders, which would be fungus and spiders, that's an option. You could choose that one. I'll show you where those camps are at. And then if you're doing the crabs and mandies, that's number 2. So that's in the main area. There's maruchus, that's mandies. And then if you're doing rabbits and mandies, is that number 3? Yes, so moss eater's rabbit. So you pick one of the, whichever you're doing. Okay, so let's go to each of the camps. We'll see. I may have to make some video edits if there's people in the spots, and I'll come back later when they're gone. Hello. Hello, what are we doing? There we go. Okay! Okay, so from the top here, the first accessible camp, we're just going to run back down to my A-hole. We'll head right in there, and this one will be like rabbits and mandies. You'll pull other junk as well. Alrighty, nice. So technically you could start from here and pull. You can see you got the mandies and then the rabbits. Let's see. So right, you can work your way, you can grab all this stuff and then work your way out to this open area. This is the safe spot up here, but you just loop, make a big circle and just loop down and around and then over and then kill like here. So let's see if there's anybody. Doesn't look like there's anybody right now, so let's pull out some people. Howdy, people! Got him, get him going on. And the rabbits are tricky because they're line of sight. The mandies will link by sound once you smack one of them. Now the rest of them will aggro. See how he just aggroes. But the rabbit itself, you actually gotta like get within the line of sight. We'll smack him, and then we'll start grabbing stuff. You will probably pick up some goobs as you're doing this. We'll just grab these guys. Follow me to a place of incredible feats. Feats? Alright, I'm gonna stop. See, look, the rabbit's not looking. There he goes. So it can be kind of a stickler if the rabbit's gonna look at me or not. Look at me! There we go. Okay, so we'll run back to the main area. We got a goob. So you may only want to do like half pulls if your everything starts lagging so bad. Like, look, right now we're up to like R2300. So you may only want to pull like half and then rotate and do the other half. We'll pull the whole thing. I'll show you how bad it gets. Okay, so I'm trying to get these rabbits to look at me. Hello. There he goes. So yeah, you have to get like directly in front of them with the other rabbits that are in the party. That are following you. So like these are looking at the walls. I can't really get them to look at me. So we're gonna keep running. Let's grab these. Can I grab these? Hello. Okay, never mind. Chris, this tutorial is horrible. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, there we go. We got all that stuff. Pick up a few crabs in here. Grab this rabbit. Remember, we're trying to focus on rabbits and mandies because they were part of the page. Get on the page. I'm on that same page. Okay, look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Hello. Like I said, this is like you want to stack your defensive vitality gears because you're just taking a beating here. Rabbits. Okay, got him. Nice. Okay, we're starting to get laggy. Starting to lag out here. So you may consider stopping. We're like halfway through and killing that section. But we're gonna push through, pal. We're gonna grab the whole area. We're gonna grab my whole area. Yikes. Last time that happened, I went to the doctor, got a proctology exam. Heyo! Heyo, got him. Okay, grabbing some stuff. You can see that I have so many mobs on me now, like, they're not spawning in. The entities aren't spawning in. So, we're having issues. I'm grabbing. They call me Donald Trump, I grab so much. Okay. Alright, then, I'm stuck on a very small incline. Okay, we're grabbing this, we're grabbing that. So there should be more mobs around here, they're just not loading in. Okay, then here's the lump. So we'll stop here and kill. Uh-oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to swap out my... Oh, yikes. Okay, so don't forget to swap out your thing here. Swap it. Otherwise it doesn't work. And I'm dying while I'm swapping. What a mistake, you idiot. Did someone say steak? Okay, here we go. Cleavage, go. Kapow, look at those numbers. Look at all those chickens. Oh my god. My merits. I'm doing it. Oh, a dream flower can be annoying if I put the trusts to sleep. So you gotta be careful. Sleeping. Okay, almost. And look at all those numbers. Big time numbers. So this is a pretty decent camp. I think I earned like 4 merits already. This one's nice. It's pretty busy. Look at all the stuff. Stuff's still spawning in as I'm killing it. Nice, because things are dying. I can see more things. Perfect. Oh no, I lost a crab shell. My inventory's full. So this is also... uh-oh, I'm silenced. So can silence the trust, so be careful. Okay. So yeah, come here with an empty inventory. You can NPC a bunch of junk and make some money. Or throw it on the auction house and crash the price. You can do that too. We got one guy left, it looks like, so I'm gonna upheaval all over him. Blech. Okay. There you go. Pretty simple. And then you just start over again. You can run back to that beginning spot. Right? You just run back over here, go over there, and then just run back through. Whoop! Zap-a-da-ba-da-wee! Okay, let's check out the next spot. I'm going to put up Sneak and Invisible. So this next spot is crabs and Mandy's. So that's in the middle area. So you may get an Aquarius to spawn. It's this donut-shaped thing here. So, I mean, theoretically, you could, like, if this is open and you just want to do this area, right, you could grab some of this stuff and then run back through and just loop around and then drop down and kill over here. So, crabs and Mandy's are in this area. So let's head over there. I'm going. Alright, so we're back in that area. So let's just go ahead and grab. We'll start off by grabbing Mandy's. And then the crabs will aggro from sound. So once again, right, we're just running a big loop, just grabbing everything. You can grab some rabbits too. I mean, grab the rabbits. Why not? Come on. One thing I would recommend is to take off your movement spoods. That was almost a word. take off your movement speed stuff, because you will outrun the mobs if you have any kind of like gear that enhances movement. So that's also why I'm running with Retaliation active. That way I run a little bit slower. Because you will lose mobs if you get too far. We're just grabbing this whole area. Mm-hmm. Like you do. And if you want, the safe spot would probably be up top there. Up that little ramp. Right over there. Over there. So yeah, this is a smaller. I think you only earn like 1K or 10K, excuse me. So grab these guys. Hey pal. Hey gang. Rinse and repeat. Kaboom. So I know this is like 20 mobs or something, so it's less. Thanks. I'm helping. Yeah, 10 merits already. That's pretty good. Here we go. Is it enough to kill him? Oh, we got a couple left. My inventory! So you may, with these lower level mobs, you may want to use Berserk and Aggressor and Warcry. Help speed up the kills a little bit. They're not really going to hurt you that bad. They're missing 80% of the hits. Okay. And for the last couple, it's going to be a loop that starts. So there is a book, you know, say you did come over through Sanctuary of Zeta. This would be where you enter. Well, there's two entrances. This one's like the furthest down on the southeast corner of the map, I think. So you come in here, and there's a book right here. So you can buy the book. Buy it. You can choose page 1. So this will be spiders and funguses. So you'd start here, basically run down and around, grabbing all the spiders and the fungus, back up, and then here. and then kill here. So that's one of them, right? One like this. And then the secondary one, you start over here and you kill grab the spiders and the funguses. So it's like spiders up through here. I like to loop up here, grab like a couple spiders. Jump back down, there's funguses all down here. So come down here, grab the fungus, work back over here, there's more fungus, and then pull it out to this big open area, there's spiders, and then kill there. So that's the other two. So I think there's people over there, so we'll make a video edit or a cut or something, and we'll do a loop when they're not there. So let's go, buddy. At the book, make sure you grab pages. I think it's 1 for spiders and funguses, and we'll just run right over here and call in trusts. Get them in here. So yeah, I'm using Koru for Phalanx 2 and Koopy for some healings. The healing power of love, baby. Alright, it's way too early. Oh my god. It's okay. But I like to start off by smacking this spider. And then we'll smack the funguses as well. Right in my fungus! The fungus among us. Buddy, quit. You need to go home. Ah, okay. Alright, thanks, pal. Wait for Phalanx 2 to pop up. I'm gonna take my fast feet off. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna grab these fungi. You say funguses or fungis? I'm a fun guy. Ha. Who's got 2 thumbs and is a fun guy? This guy. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, so we smack the fungus. One thing you do want to kind of take note of is you can see Koopy's taking hate. She cured me already. So if the trusts do take a lot of hate, they can't die. So you want to have a backup. So I'm running. Hopefully the stuff there, she cured herself. So that's why you keep your weapon out. Okay, or you put it away. But you want to keep your weapon out. That way the trusts stay engaged. And they'll cure you and themselves. There we go. Okay. So yeah, by having your weapon drawn, I should say, it'll keep the trusts active. You can see I still ran out of range on that one. All right. There are some extra people, other people EXPing in here. Okay, so we're coming up to the final spot for this first poll location. So I'll grab all this stuff. Okay. Get them all grouped up. Hey, pal, what are you doing there? And then just cleave. Hiya! Let's slap Retail up. And then once you have hate, right, then it'll be a little easier. Once that first weapon skill goes off, then it's a little easier to keep stuff off the trusts. But make sure that you position them, because the fungus do use, like, silence breath. So if the trusts walk in... Look at Koru. What an idiot. If they walk in front of the AoE cone, they can get silenced and die. Especially if one of them, like, convert... Like, Koru likes to convert right in front of them, and then eat a breath. So, he's a good kid. He rides the short bus. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up, and then we'll go to the second poll location. And is this it? One more, okay. So nice, that was pretty quick, pretty fast. You can see you get decent EXP and stuff. You can open up the chests, like sometimes if you are needing... I think there's a few decent chests, drops from in here. You can also pull out temporary items as well. So that's nice. But okay, so let's head over to the second location. So yeah, this is the room with this Aquarius and the crabs. And then here is the second spot, so we'll start it up. You gotta get it going, bud! So we'll grab this spider. Spider time. There's a coffer. Nice. Speaking of coffers, I have some coffee today, buddy. Look at this coffee in here. Wow, don't fall off the ledge just yet. Oh my god. And then, grab these spiders here. It looks like Yaxi wants an invite. He's like, please give me some of that sweet Cleave EXP. So we'd like to run back to this room and then grab these funguses back here. Whoops. Can I not switch targets? I'm having chest pains. There we go. So switch targets. Grab the fungi. Everything else should link now. There we go. Nice. Nice! I'm gonna grab these back in this corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay. Then we'll head back to that main room, and there's gonna be some funguses and stuff over here. So yeah, we'll grab these guys. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. We can get them all lumped up. And smackaroo. Smackarooski. Oh my god. Easy peasy, a lemon or squeezy. Oh, yeah, so I think this is pretty much going to be the couple of loops. So if you are a beginner to Cleave, you know, try at these camps, see how they go for you. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. You know, put some, if you got any Cleave suggestions, any Cleave camp ideas, let me know. I'll give them a shot, try them out. And other than that, boys, I'll catch you on the next one, so have it good, and I'll see you later, and okay, I gotta get out of here, and we're gonna go, alright, bye. I'll talk to you later. Okay, see ya.